What's going on, guys? Fun with Eyes back again, and I finally got it. I got what many people consider to be one of the best larger EDC folding knives on the market. That's the Spyderco Endura. This is the Endura 4 full flat ground, a knife that I probably should have had years ago, but I never picked one up. In fact, I've never owned the Delica either, or even a Grip Chilean. All those knives that people say are some of the best EDC folding knives I've never owned. I can't really tell you why that is, if I consciously avoided them because I felt like I knew them already, even though I definitely didn't, because I've watched a lot of reviews on this knife. A lot of videos on this thing. I've almost pulled the trigger so many different times, in different colors at different times, even on different steels. At one point, I was decided on getting the ZDP 189 version, and obviously that never happened. Now, this is not a new Endura. This is a slightly used one from Zelric. I actually did a knife trade with him. I traded away my Buck Marksman Tonto that I absolutely never carried. I just don't think that knife was necessarily for me. I just never saw any pocket time. I wasn't super stoked on it. I didn't really even feel like reviewing it. So I think it was a good trade. Those knives are of similar value, and I think, actually I know Zelric really likes the Buck Marksman design. Now, why in the world did I decide on now to do Spyderco Endura? And why did I do a trade? I kind of make it a point not to do trades because you kind of never know what you're going to get, because you often don't know the source. Now, I feel like I know Zell pretty well, and he sent me a very, very good condition Endura. I would say this is like new. I mean, there's slight wear on the clip, and it was barely dirty. I cleaned it up really quickly. He put a nice edge on it. I mean, as far as trades go, I don't think I could have hoped for better results. So thanks, Zell, for the awesome trade. And really, this video is just going to be really short. I wanted to talk about why I want this knife now, and just my initial impressions. I've had it for a couple hours now. Well, for the vast majority of time that I'm not either at work or at school, you know, I'm hanging out in basketball shorts. I like to exercise fairly regularly, you know, and a lot of other times I'm just hanging out watching Game of Thrones. Now that it's over, I don't know what the hell I'm going to watch, but I'm in loungy clothes a lot when I'm at home, and I'm not at home a ton, but when I am, I like to use lighter weight knives. Now, I've made it a point in my past reviews to not really care about weight, because when I'm wearing jeans or cargo shorts or anything, a 7-ounce knife doesn't feel a lot different than a 3-ounce knife to me. So lighter weight knives for my day-to-day activities don't really make sense. But when I'm hanging out at home, I just got basketball shorts and a t-shirt on, I like to have a lighter weight knife. And that knife has been the Spyderco Manix 2, the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and, you know, honestly, if I go on a jog around the neighborhood, I like to take, you know, a folding pocket knife with me, just because I like knives. I always have one with me, and I thought this could stretch into that role really well. Now, I've watched all the reviews. I think this knife could be good at just a normal EDC knife roll, maybe as a backpacking knife, all sorts of different stuff. But that's kind of my intention right now, is to throw it in basketball shorts, because it's so capable, it's so long, it's so big, but yet it's so lightweight. And I don't know if you guys remember, I used to hate the color orange. I don't know why. I always have as a kid, but after I got the ZT-0220, it's kind of opened my eyes to the color orange, especially in knives. So this orange is kind of different for me. It's very bright. I think it's coming through a little bit more subdued through the camera than it really is, but I like this knife a lot so far. It's very smooth, but not at all in the way that ball bearings are smooth. It's got a glass-like feeling. I mean, there's no differences in, what's the word here, resistance throughout the opening process. As you get it past that detent, or the lock bar that's acting as a detent, because this is a back lock, it's the same resistance all the way through. It's nice and smooth, nice positive lockup, and like I said, no play on this thing. Nice fully flat ground VG10 blade. I haven't had any VG10, so that's an experiment for me as well. I'm very familiar with FRN and their bidirectional texturing here. And in fact, this brings back some memories from my Native 5 days. I had a Native 5, just a black one, with the back lock, the same style of handle. Obviously, it's a lot shorter blade with S35 VN steel, and I miss that thing. I don't think I ever should have got rid of that Native 5. So maybe I'll pick up a Native 5 again sometime, maybe get a different version or something, because as of right now, I'm liking the Endura. Now, maybe the steel won't hold an edge for me very well. Maybe I'll get annoyed at that back lock. I don't really know. But as of right now, I'm excited. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of my Endura, and maybe it'll just turn out to be a great beater knife. I'm not sure. but I'm excited for this black clip to get worn. My Spyderco Paramilitary 2 with the black clip, that's getting, it's almost satin colored now. I've carried it so much. I'm excited for that to turn into that as well. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, we'll just call this a first look video or something, but I finally got an Endura. A knife collector, or knife enthusiast, carrier, anything that hasn't tried an Endura, or a Delica for that matter, or even a Griptilian. Maybe I'll pick one of those up soon as well. I don't know. But I'm trying to try some of those knives that I probably should have tried in the past. And so far, it's working out well. So, thanks for watching, guys, as always, and remember, have fun with your knives.